Chapter 3: The Architect's Paradox. To change the universe, one must first understand the paradox that binds it together. Theo floated in a sea of impossible colors, his consciousness tethered to reality by only the thinnest of threads. The architects were everywhere, formless beings of light and thought shifting through the quantum stream like whispers of cosmic intent. Their purpose hummed in Theo's mind, not with words, but with pure, unfiltered understanding. For the first time, Theo saw beyond the limits of human comprehension. The universe unfolded before him like a fractal tapestry, infinite layers upon layers of reality cascading into each other in a dance of creation and destruction. But at the center of it all, at the very heart of the quantum stream, lay the paradox, a truth so fundamental that it defied logic, a contradiction that held the key to everything. As Theo drifted closer to the core of the quantum realm, the architect's voice became clearer, coalescing into a singular presence. They were not gods, nor were they bound by the rules of space and time. They were architects of existence, builders of realities, and yet they were trapped by their own design. We are the creators of form, but we are bound by it, the architects conveyed. To create is to limit, to define the infinite within the finite. But you are not bound by our limitations. You are the bridge between what is and what could be. Theo's mind struggled to grasp the enormity of the revelation. The architects, for all their power, were constrained by the very act of creation. They could shape reality, but they could not escape the confines of their own constructs. They were trapped in an endless cycle of building and breaking, unable to transcend the paradox of existence. But you, the architects continued, you are different. You are fluid, unbound by the structures that confine us. You hold the potential to break the cycle, to reshape reality without limits. But first, you must understand the paradox. Theo felt the weight of the universe pressing down on him. The paradox was not something that could be solved. It was a truth to be accepted, a duality that existed at the core of all things. To change reality, one had to embrace both creation and destruction, light and shadow, chaos and order. It was a balance that could never be fully achieved, yet it was the driving force behind all existence. We cannot guide you further, the architects whispered, their presence beginning to fade. The path ahead is yours to walk. But remember, Theo, every choice you make ripples across the quantum stream. Every thought, every action, it shapes the fabric of reality itself. Choose wisely, for the fate of all worlds may rest in your hands. And with that, the architects were gone, leaving Theo alone in the vast expanse of the quantum stream. But he was not afraid. For the first time, he understood. The power to change reality was within him. But it was not a matter of force, it was a matter of balance. As Theo began his journey back to the material world, he knew that his life and the lives of those around him would never be the same. The Chrysalis compound had opened the door to something far greater than he had ever imagined. It was not just a path to enlightenment, it was a key to the very fabric of existence. But with that power came responsibility. And as Theo emerged from the quantum realm, he knew that the choices he made from this moment forward would echo across eternity. Chapter 4: The Echo of Eternity. The past is a memory, the future a dream, but the present holds the echo of eternity. Theo's eyes snapped open, but it wasn't the lab that greeted him. He was standing on a wide-swept plain, an endless expanse of shifting sand beneath the twilight sky. The air shimmered with an otherworldly light, casting strange shadows that twisted and danced with every gust of wind. Time moved differently here, slower, like each moment stretched into infinity. The echoes of the quantum realm still resonated in Theo's mind, a subtle hum that pulsed with each heartbeat. He had returned to the material world, yet he felt a presence, a connection to something far beyond his understanding. It was as if a part of him still lingered in that vast expanse of impossible colors, tethered to the cosmic consciousness of the architects. But this isn't the lab, Theo thought, scanning the horizon. There were no walls, no equipment, nothing to indicate that he was anywhere familiar. Had something gone wrong during the transition? Had the chrysalis taken him too far? Suddenly, the ground beneath him trembled, and a figure emerged from the shimmering light, a tall, ethereal being whose form shifted like liquid starlight. It was humanoid, but its features were indistinct, as though it was made of pure energy, a living echo of something ancient and powerful. Theo's breath caught in his throat. This wasn't an architect. It was something else, something older, more primal. The being radiated a presence that filled the air with a deep, resonant hum, a vibration that Theo felt in his bones. You've stepped beyond the veil, Theo, the being's voice echoed in his mind, a soft, melodic whisper that carried the weight of countless eons. You have touched the stream of eternity, but now you must learn to listen to its echo. Theo swallowed, his mind racing. What are you? He asked, his voice barely above a whisper. The being tilted its head, the light of the twilight sky reflecting off its shifting form. I am the echo, it said simply, the residue of all that was and all that will be. I exist between moments in the space where time and reality converge. Theo felt a shiver run down his spine. Why, why am I here? The echo's form rippled, and Theo felt a wave of calm wash over him. You stand at the threshold of creation, where every choice, every action ripples through the fabric of reality. The chrysalis has opened your mind to the truth, but you have yet to grasp its full meaning. You are more than a traveler, Theo. You are a weaver of worlds, a shaper of destiny. Theo's thoughts spun, the weight of the echo's words settling heavily on him. A shaper of destiny. He had touched the quantum stream, glimpsed the infinite. But this was something else entirely. Was he truly capable of wielding such power? But, but how? Theo asked, his voice trembling. How, how can I change anything? I'm just one person. The echo's gaze softened, and Theo felt an inexplicable warmth radiating from its presence. It is not the size of your impact that matters, Theo. It is the intention behind it. Every ripple begins with a single drop, and that drop can reshape the entire ocean. Theo's mind raced with possibilities. The echo's words resonated deep within him. But there was something more, a realization that began to dawn in the corners of his consciousness. He had touched eternity, glimpsed the infinite. But what did it mean for the world he had left behind? What did it mean for the people he loved? What happens now? Theo asked, the question hanging in the air between them. The echo's form shimmered, and for a brief moment, Theo saw countless possibilities branching out before him. Endless paths, each one leading to a different future. That, Theo, is up to you, the echo replied. The echo of eternity lives within you now. You will hear its call, feel its presence in every decision you make. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. The choices you make will echo through time, and the fate of many may rest in your hands. Theo stood in silence, the weight of the echo's words sinking in. He had been given a gift, but it was also a burden that he would have to carry alone. The path ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear. There was no turning back. I understand, Theo said quietly, nodding to the echo. The echo seemed to smile, though its form remained as fluid and indistinct as ever. Then go, Theo. Embrace your journey. And remember, the echo of eternity is never far behind. With that, the echo began to fade, its form dissolving into the twilight air. Theo stood alone on the wide-swept plain, the hum of the quantum stream still pulsing softly in the back of his mind. He didn't know what awaited him on the other side, but he knew that whatever it was, he would face it head on.